Welcome back to This Day. You've probably told yourself this at one point or another, that it's too late, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But that is absolutely not true, because it is never too late, nor are you ever too old to continue education and improve your mental and physical health. Joining me now is Margie Himes with the Emeritus Institute. Welcome, it's so nice to meet you.
Thank you, it's great to be back.
I can tell you have such a great energy. So you're an instructor and professor at Saddleback.
I am.
And plus you were at the Musical Theater Conservatory co-director.
I'm a director at a studio, yes.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Tell me about your background.
So I moved up to Orange County to go to college here at UCI, graduated with a bachelor's in dance, a graduate degree in musical theater, and then most recently, you're saying it's not too old. Last December, I graduated with a master's in exercise science.
Oh.
So you're never too old.
Wow, that's great. So why dance? Did you dance growing up?
I danced as a kid. I just would watch things on TV and was inspired by, Gene Kelly and all those great musicals. And I would go into my room and practice all the steps by myself. I never knew about studios. I didn't know anything about dance studios, nothing. And then found out there's a thing called a dance degree. And so I'm like, oh, I think I'm really good. And so went to UCI and graduated from there.
And did you know?
Found out that I was just a small fish in a really big pond.
And did you know this would be a career for life?
You know what? It can be. It takes a lot of work and a lot of perseverance. But there's so many different avenues you could take that I chose this avenue. But I have two daughters that are both dance. One's going into dance as a career, I think, and so we're trying to find her path, and then another one's doing the other path that I chose, which is exercise science. So there's a way to make a career out of everything that you do.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And at any age.
I love it. I wish I had known that when I was younger, because I absolutely loved dance as well.
Yeah.
And took a lot of dance classes in college. Matter of fact, I had to finish my college degree at USC at Saddleback because I had taken dance so many times that I'd finished all my core classes, but I didn't get those credits from retaking the dance classes.
Yeah.
So I was short credits. So at the time, I was just starting working on Channel 3 and doing football games locally on Channel 3, our local coverage. And so the color commentator on the games was also the football coach and the golf coach. So he goes, you can do a story on the football team. He goes, and come take the golf class. And so that's how I finished and got my degree.
Easy. Any way to get it done.
Exactly. So how did you transition then into teaching?
In teaching for Saddleback or just teaching in general? You know what, honestly, even as a child, even when I was like in 6th grade, I would go to the 2nd or 1st grade teachers and say, can I come to your class for an hour and teach them a song? And they'd be like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead. So I would teach them like, this land is your, back then, this is back in the day, when dinosaurs roamed the earth. But like, I would teach them, this land is your land, or some kind of, hokey song. And so I always knew I wanted to be a teacher. So that's how it came to be. And I started teaching at local high schools, they're choreographing their shows, which I still do, and then teaching. And then, honestly, my mother-in-law is a dance studio owner. And so I became a teacher for her, and that's how I learned how the studio works, is through her. And then it just progressed from there. And then teaching at Saddleback. I would actually sub for my dance teacher, who was a teacher at various community colleges. And then my name got around, and then I got hired through there.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So I looked you up on myprofessors.com.
Oh, no, that's
and
true.
100% of students said they'd take your class again.
Oh, yay, me.
They said she's knowledgeable, energetic, fun to be around. She challenges you to become better. And my favorite one is it's not just dance, but it's life lessons as well.
That's true. That's very true.
Wonderful. So what is your outlook or purpose when you're teaching a class?
When I'm teaching a Emeritus class, it is specifically just to get them up and moving and find things that maybe they didn't think they could ever do. I do add a lot of dance elements into my classes. So I teach primarily for Emeritus. I teach aerobics or chair exercise. Here at Laguna Woods, I teach a lot of pool exercise. So I do add a lot of dance elements and a lot of dance theory behind the movement. So I think a lot about posture, and I think a lot about aerobic exercise, because when you're a dancer, you can go on stage for 30, 45 minutes and not get a break. So you have to constantly just be moving, moving, moving.
Wow.
So I keep up their aerobic ability going on. I add a lot of mental stimulation into it, because I challenge them with different exercises. For example, we'll do like a bicycle exercise, and I'll be like, okay, now pedal backwards. And they're like, what? Backwards? So, and that's
right.
challenging, you know?
Yeah.
So I like to add that type of element into my classes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. And so residents can take your classes through the Emeritus Institute, through Saddleback, and then these classes are located right here in the community?
They're located here at Laguna Woods. There are some off campus as well, off of Laguna Woods community as well. But you guys have such a huge facility that we can offer. I think a majority of our classes that we offer are here, I believe, are here at Laguna Woods. So, so we would offer all various sorts. We offer the physical fitness ones with the aerobics, the chair, the yoga, the Pilates, the pool exercise. We teach also mentally stimulating classes, like in political science, or even bookkeeping, or accounting, or foreign topics, political science. So there's a subject for everybody.
Yeah.
And like you said in the beginning, it's never too late to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always having that inquisitiveness to
and they're
to
free.
Want to learn. Yeah.
The classes are free.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah, the classes are free. So, and you get incredible instruction. All our teachers are just very high and very well educated, lots of degrees. And so you're not getting taught by just someone who thinks they know. You're getting taught by someone who is educated in that department.
Well, I mean, just look at your background with you and the sciences that you've had with
my
body
poor
movement
students had to deal with it. I would be saying things like, well, this week I'm writing a paper about nutrition, so let's talk about nutrition. And so they had to suffer through my education with me.
As you were learning too.
As I was learning too, yeah.
So what are the benefits? Obviously, lots of benefits, but getting involved with these classes through the Emeritus Institute, what are some of the benefits? So
many benefits. Like I said, it's mental stimulation, it's physical activity, so you get up and out and going. So many of us we were just talking about how so many of us are in our houses and our homes watching the TV and exercising or learning through Discovery Channel or whatever. This gets you up and out. Even just, within a quarter mile of your home, there's a class for you to take. And then, of course, there's people in those classes, so you're going to make friends. And it's always nice to make a new friend. I've seen so many of my students who will come up to me and ask me, who's that lady that wears this hat in the class? And I'll be like, oh, that's Linda, or that's Shelley. And, oh, okay, because she wants to borrow my book, and I brought it today. Oh, okay, cool. So there's so many, friends you can never have too many friends.
Yeah.
So you can always make a new friend. It is fantastic.
Is great, yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's wonderful. That's so true. I've done that myself, been in a class or whatever, and it's like, wait a minute, I kind of just felt like I clicked with that person. I liked that person, but darn it, I forgot their name.
Exactly. I hope I see you next week. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for being here and sharing your love and passion with us.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And the Emeritus Department.
Well, registration is now open for classes beginning in January. Go to saddlebackcollege.edu and you can click on the Emeritus tab and follow the link, and it'll show you all the classes and you can sign up from there. So don't change that dial. We'll be back with Baby Boomers right after this.